Welcome to Trailwise with Nina Barlow. Today we are talking about sway bar disconnects and axle lockers on the Jeep Wrangler Rubicons. These are very useful buttons that can help get us out in some gnarly terrain, but it's important for you to understand how to use those tools effectively, safely, and when. Jeep Wrangler Rubicons have had axle lockers in them since 2003, and we added a power sway bar disconnect button in 2007. And we're going to show you what those different buttons do and how far we can get up this hill. Now this hill is pretty gnarly. Let's start by seeing how we do with just 4-low, not using any of our sway bar or locker buttons. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot to talk about. Now we just started up this big gnarly crack with just 4-low on the Wrangler. And so you can see how her axles, the front axle is starting to go this way, the back axle is starting to go this way. Four-wheel drives are designed with flexible suspension to allow those tires to stay in contact as much as possible with the ground, because obviously 4 tires on the ground is better traction. But even then, with all her flexibility, she is starting to lose some traction here, and you can see the tire spinning that's kind of hanging, and the tires that are kind of crunched up in here that all the weight is on are not spinning. Now why is that? That's because we have differentials in our vehicles. So the power, this is oversimplifying it, but just to simplify it, the power goes to the tire with the least resistance. So this one kind of hanging here in the loose dirt, that's the one that's going to be spinning. And if we go around the front to the other side, this tire that's kind of hanging down here is the one that is spinning because they have the least resistance. So we have reached the maximum of our articulation. Look at this front axle. It is not moving as much with the train as the rear axle is. We got a little bit of compression on this side, a little bit of droop on this side. I'm going to back her back down. I'm going to disconnect her sway bar. I'm going to come forward again. You're going to see the difference in how much this front axle can articulate, and see how much further up the hill that we get. Right in. Good. So now we have come back up the same hill. We're still in 4-low. What we have added is we have pushed the sway bar disconnect button. So that's that little button down there that says sway bar. Technically it is an anti-sway bar. And when the light is on, we have made it sway. So that's the way I think of it, because the language could be a little bit confusing. But you get, look at how much more this front axle is moving now. You can see how compressed this tire is up here trying to climb this big hill, and then this one has dropped down much further, just trying to maintain contact with the terrain down here. But we're still right at the peak of her articulation. The nice thing too from the driver's seat is that before she was leaning quite a bit more. The rear axle was trying to do all of the work. But now I feel pretty level in the driver's seat, because the front axle is going this way, the rear axle is going this way, so the body of the Jeep is sitting fairly level. But obviously this is a big enough hill, it's steep enough, loose enough, that even that is not quite enough. So now we're going to try the lockers and see what happens. The nice thing is I don't have to back down to engage my lockers. I can do it from right here in drive while we start to move. So I'm in 4-low. I still have the sway bar disconnected, but that's it at the moment. I haven't engaged the lockers, and so just to refresh, here's what happens. You can see the tires are going to start to spin just little too much up there, but notice how, see, it's kind of get that jerking action. She's trying to climb, she really is. That's the traction control system. The Jeep's traction control system is very aggressive. And what it does is it uses the brakes, it applies some brakes to the tire, that it senses that tire spinning, applies a little bit of brakes to equalize the torque on the wheels on the same axle, so that you get a little bit of power over here to this tire that's not spinning, and that tries to help you move forward. But obviously it's not quite enough in this case. So we're going to go ahead and engage axle lock, front and rear. And what this is going to do is basically lock, it's electromagnetic, it locks, mechanically locks teeth together in that differential, and now both tires are going to be spinning at the same time, no matter what resistance or what loss of traction there is. Both tires are going to be moving the same. Here we go. Locked in. Top of the hill, yay, lockers! So a couple of important things to remember about using your axle lock is number one, on the Rubicons, the factory lockers are an e-locker. It's a full hard diff lock, so that means there's no give. You're not going to be able to turn. It's a lot of strain on that system. So just use it for that few feet to get through that nasty obstacle, and then you're going to turn them right back off. You don't want to drive with them all day long. Now, it is okay to drive with the sway bar disconnected the whole time you're on the trail. Just remember, your lockers only work in 4 low. Your sway bar disconnect works in 4 high or 4 low, and both of those things will automatically disconnect if you go back to 2-wheel drive. If the Jeep is not going to let you get on the highway with those features engaged. The other thing is, because of the strain that lockers are putting on the drivetrain, that's why we have really heavy duty Dana 44 axles in the Rubicons, is to allow the vehicle to really flex those muscles, but just be very gentle on the throttle. You want to let those wheels grab, and just nice and slow. We're not going to be flying or mashing on and off the gas when we have those lockers engaged. If you have any comments or questions about using your sway bar or your lockers, put it in the comments down below. Thanks for watching Trailwise. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to see more. You can follow us on Instagram at Barlow_adventures, on Twitter at Trailwise Media, and you can find out all about our trips and training on our website, barlows.us. Until next time, be safe out there, be trailwise on our public lands, and happy trails.